Hello my crafty friends, it's Krista here from Second Chance Creation. I've been really busy at home. We went away and of course with a caravan to Eswell to meet up with some friends, but that was short-lived because the van blew a bearing, so it virtually exploded. We're on the side of the road. No one got hurt, luckily. There was no cars behind us. It's only the second time that we've had a bit of a hiccup in our travels in the last 10 years. So I suppose that's not too bad considering what's going around, what's happening in the world at the moment. So I've been doing a bit of night crafting to take my mind off things. And I'd just like to share with you some tags I made. I come across an old calendar that was in a caravan when I was getting it ready to take with us on the road. And the back of the calendar has got these coloured pages where all the different months are. And I thought, well, I might be able to use that. And I did. So I've just chopped them up in various bits and pieces, and I decoupaged over the top with a napkin. And look at the colour coming through, representing, this will probably go in a garden journal, representing different times of the year, the seasons, you know. I thought that would make a really cool background. And I did stitch right around. I used some of my fancy stitches on the machine. And this is just cardstock that was gifted to me. I've got a big pile of it, so that come in handy. And here's another one. This was just a couple of columns, and then I used a dictionary page to see if you can see that. Not sure. And here's another one. Yes, we all got to have a good time. Any time of the year really, representing the calendar again, but it picks up the colours really pretty. And here's a butterfly. Again, the yellow here, pale yellow, pink here, and then the blue part of the calendar. And I've done some fancy stitching around as well, and just put on one of my baby wipes scrappy bits on the top as a tag. This is a napkin. Any time of the year you can go travelling. This is an Italy scene, and I don't think we'll be going there for a while. Yellow, blue, green, pink. So it comes through, and you can still see the numbers and the dates. This one I've done a music theme, and I actually put in the 26th, the date, and I just thought I'd put a number on there, just for a bit of, you know, a bit of interest. And I really think that come up really cool. So I really like doing these because I'm using up all my scraps, and because the calendar had some interesting colours on the pages, I really didn't want to throw them away. So there you go. So that's one lot. And then of course I've got a whole heap of playing cards. I thought it's time to dolly them up. Some of them have got the vintage print on the back, and then the other side I've just did a little collage, and I'll probably put a little tag here so you can put a note on it. This one I've put decoupaged on the back side of it because the front is plain. It's a whole stack of cards that I found in an op shop a long time ago, so they'll make really good tags. And I didn't do much with the colouring side of it because I'm not sure, that way when I make a journal, and then I can put the colour tag on it or whatever, but at least they're ready. And here's another one I made. This time I've used some music paper, and I will just show you the difference. Look at the difference. Music paper, and this is the calendar snippets. Doesn't that look cool? I reckon this looks really cool. And there's one here with the music notes on the background. And then I did some Franken papers or Franken tags, right at my box that had all offcuts of fabrics and paper, and I had some punch outs here, so I've utilized everything and just sort of I didn't stitch around this one, I just stitched around the edge and used a bit of a snippet. Here as well, I found this, this was on a wrapping paper. I don't have any more left. That's the only piece I had left, with a little girl there. So I thought that looks cool, maybe for the like a garden journal or something. Got a lot of flowers. This one I did stitch around, as you can see, just here, various colours of paper. This is actually draw lining paper, and the rest is just bits and pieces, paper stock from pads that were gifted to me, and also from the op shop, and just one of my punch outs there, and a little snippet with a nice big button. This is a journaling card I made and backed it with some coffee dyed paper on the back. Here, this lovely flower was gifted to me by Lisa Hanrahan, and she gifted me with quite a few. Here they are. She made these, and they look really cool, so I chopped one up, or cut it in half I should say, to use on this card. And I just got this out of a children's book with the big writing. Change direction and you'll discover something. I thought that was pretty cool, and just a little snippet of my fabric scraps. So yeah, so that's that one. And then I've made another one here, because I've been making a traveling journal, and this is off a napkin. It had like a Buddha statue on it, and the stones and the bamboo and the ferns. I thought, how cool. So I used a corrugated piece of iron, and I found this little photo of a lady photographer, and just popped on a little bit of coffee dyed lace on the bottom, and stitched around it, and just popped on some coffee dyed paper. So yes, I'm making a lot of these to have in my stock. And then of course I've used my baby wipes, and this was actually an accident, because I usually just use them to get the glue off my finger, but I did a bit of spray painting, bit of experiment, and of course it all got on my hands. Didn't wear my gloves, so I wiped them on here, and that's the effect I got. And then I thought, oh, I might get a different effect and just spray some on it, and it looks really cool. And I'll show you what I've made with this. I've made this little box. It was 20 cents in an op shop. It's green underneath, pretty battered and bruised, and I covered it with the painty baby wipe. I had some lace that I fabric dyed a long time ago, and a beautiful old vintage button. I do believe it's got leaves, represents leaves there. A little frill, and I coloured that as well at the time I did the lace. And you open this up, it's got a little journal in there. I covered the inside with the same lace, and this is a little scroll that is going to thank the recipient for purchasing this journal. And here it is. Isn't this cute? I just love the effect of this baby wipe. So I've popped in a button, and I used embroidery yarn, coffee dyed pages, and I did sew right around, and I used the baby wipe inside as well. One of those little flip out envelopes. You can journal on this. Keep maybe your secret phone numbers. Just tucks under there. And I had these borders white, so I've just coloured them with my Faithful hair chalks just in there. It has 4 signatures, and each signature holds 5 pages. So you're looking at 20, 40, 80 front and back. Popped in a few little sentiments, some of my own painty papers in there. So I've left it mainly for to write in, not too many tags and that, and I used a little bit of that, bit of a trim to make 3 little tabs just there that you can see. Bit of music paper. This is a book page, and I think it comes open the other way. Yes, it does. It opens that one. It's got a little tuck spot, a little ticket. Some more. This is another little tuck spot here. I know it's a flip out, and that was off a old invoice. So I've just covered it with lined index card, and just pop that little bit of paper that I had floating around. You just flip it out there. You can journal on that. This is a warranty piece of page here from a warranty of some sort. I can't remember. Some music paper. At the time when I coloured the fabrics, I should say the lace and the doilies, I coloured some music paper, so it was great that I was able to match it. And this is just a little flip up. Can you see that just there? Sorry, ladies. Another little flip out. Center of this, I've put some paper that I printed out. It was an experiment, and I just tore the edges just for it to be a bit different. Another little flip out. And then I've made a little tuck spot, and of course, you know, it's got my little horse in it. Not my horse, but a horse, little tag. This is actually a price, one of those pricing tags. I just pop that in there. So as you can see, it's all lined and stitched right around. Very pretty. And I've left all the threads from when I sewed these signatures in. I mean, how cool is that? Absolutely love it. And then a little scroll, and that just goes in here, and that just pops on there. So that's my little projects. I have done other bits and pieces, bit different, a bit of furnishings for our bedroom. So let me know of your thoughts of this. I absolutely love it. It measures not quite, it's about 2.5 inches wide. This is the box, by 3.5. And the journal, I should have measured the journal, shouldn't I? The journal measures not just a tad under 2 inches, and just it's 2.5. And the cover of this, it's from a sultana box. I love my sultanas. And so I've just took that apart, and of course you already have the spine here, and I just covered it. So from this to this. So I'll be back with another couple of videos. I've got a free day today, so I'm happy. There you go. Let me know of your thoughts. And thank you very much for watching, and thank you for my new subscribers. I know I've been really quiet on my channel, but you know how it is. There are priorities in life. Crafting is up there in the second priority. All right then, guys. Thanks for watching. Happy crafting.